You are looking live at Northford Ice Pavilion, where the New Jersey Bandits are getting set to take on the Minutemen Lady Flames from Massachusetts in the second game of the Dawg Daze of Summer tournament, brought to you by the NGHL. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here, bringing you all the action on Rizzo Vision as we get set for the Bandits to play the second half of their Friday doubleheader. The first game was not the outcome for which they had hoped, a 3-0 defeat to the Junior Flyers out of Philadelphia. One player scoring all 3 goals. But some more troops have arrived for this contest, and it's a roster that is a little more like the one we expect to see as we go through the entirety of the long hockey season, which has begun today on August 25th, 2023, and hopefully will end somewhere in the throes of East Lansing, Michigan sometime in April. But that's a long way away, and there's a lot of hockey to play, and the next step of it starts right here. Looked like there had been a goal scored by the Bandits in the first game. It might have changed the complexion of the game a little bit, but the referees didn't quite agree. We did a little video review after, and it looked like a puck had gone in the net, so no official goal yet, but we'll see how long that takes, and maybe today's the day on this first day of the season as the Bandits make their circle, do their stick tap, end the chant. They head toward the bench in front of Grace Potash. You can see the Bandits wearing the pink jerseys. It's dark pink, and they have the wicked stripe along the bottom. It is 3 colors, black accenting and white on the top with gray on the bottom, and a Zephyr type design right below the numbers, which are in black outlined by white. The nameplates are black with white lettering. For now, you can see the pants are black. Some of the holdovers with their Bandit pants from previous seasons have the stripe on the pants, but those will be arriving soon. Harper Keenan in goal after her tandem mate Lexi Riley played the earlier game. This is going to be the most difficult part, as we had to find a spot where we could show you the action deep in both ends, and we have to give up a little in the center, but we're underway, game 2. Minutemen Lady Flames out of Minutemen, Massachusetts are wearing the Calgary Flames scheme colors there. That is mostly black with red as the secondary color, white numerals outlined in red, and white numbers match the white names that go across the tops of their jerseys. Puck pounded in, Kepler over to McNulty. Kepler hustling back. Morgan Kepler started on D with Logan Shoemaker-Gromick. Up front was Gabby Rothstein, Izzy Camerata, and Maeve McNulty. Camerata skates it in, loses it for a moment. Rothstein and Camerata fires it, but it goes wide of the net. So a couple of Rothsteins have joined the lineup for this game, and that should help the lineup up and down. Moved out of the zone, and Gabby Rothstein picks it up, exchanges with Shoemaker-Gromick, gains the line in the offensive zone for a moment, then lost it as Camerata tagged up. Jessie Sperling jumps on as a shift change starts. Julia Folia on as well, and now Mandy Scott. Kira Redmond and Olivia Rothstein, the defense pair. There's Redmond, there's Rothstein, there's the puck moving forward and a patch of bad ice that costs Olivia her wheels. Flames move it in. White dumped it toward herself. Olivia Rothstein with it. They play with it behind the net. In front, shot saved by Keenan, and she holds on. She left no rebound, did Harper Keenan, and that was important because in front was Christina Sweeney, who got off a good shot, but never got a second one. Lexi Riley played the first game, Harper Keenan playing the second game here. And that one, they tried to go upstairs, but Keenan shrugged the right shoulder, knocked it down, and kept it out of the net and covered it up for another quick face-off. 15-minute periods at the Dawg Daze of Summer Tournament. 13:06 left in the first of those. A working clock, which is a benefit that we did not have in the earlier game. Flames from the face-off, fired through traffic that I couldn't even see, but eventually it goes wide. That one's sent at the net. It's loose in front. Keenan got a piece of it, and somebody then knocked it away off the line. It might have been Redmond, and got it out of trouble, at least for the moment. Flames putting on the pressure here. It comes to the point. That's picked up by Katie Lee, who moves it around and skates along the blue line. Eventually the Flames get it back below the end line there. Pushing, shoving, and moving the puck is Olivia Rothstein, trying to break her team out of the zone, and eventually they do, courtesy of Mandy Scott and Jessie Sperling. Sperling gains the line of center, fires it at the net, and it's steered aside by Mia Gonsalves. Gonsalves getting the start today. Ellie Beagle is the other netminder. We'll see if they split the game, so probably not. It's a very conducive tournament for the goalies. 5 games in the span of 3 days usually means if any teams have tandems, they're almost certainly going to alternate, and that is what the Bandits are doing. Moved up and out by Fernanda Venuto, chipped off the boards by Gabby Rothstein. Venuto switches back into a defensive posture. She's playing D here, as she played center in the first game. Melissa Rizzo up front, looking for the pass from Rothstein. Oh, she was at the back door, but somebody from the Flames got a piece just in time. Might have been Anna Malloy. Otherwise, Gabby Rothstein was going to find Louisa Rizzo wide open in space. There was not much open space for the Bandits in the morning game. The Junior Flyers did a good job on that. Here comes Bella Bellin. She gains the line of center, dumps it in, and that line will change, and half of the defense pair will change. Moved up, picked off for a moment, and nearly was breaking in was Julia Folia. Flames move it around. Brodney skating with it, nearly lost it, almost had her pocket picked by Camerata. Now McNulty grabs it, gets it on net. Gonsalves kicks it away. Maeve was looking to get that puck into the air, couldn't quite do it. Flames break in up the right wing. Forced outside by Kepler was the shooter, Ireland, or rather Davies. Keenan, when she gets a good look at it, she's going to stop it. The same with Riley, who got a lot of good looks this morning. 3 against her on the ledger, but it's no reflection in how she played. She was magnificent. You can't judge scores on how goalies play. You have to watch the games and maybe look at some numbers sometimes, but the eye test for the goalies will really tell you a lot most of the time. Here's Izzy Camerata, tees one up, wrist shot. It was going wide, but Mia Gonsalves gloves it down. And the whistle stops play with 9:58 left in the first period. No score between the New Jersey Bandits in pink and the Minutemen Lady Flames in the black jerseys. Gabby Rothstein on the dot, can't win it. It goes to the near side corner, mostly out of view of not just you, but me. Hanging in the center over here, you could see that is an interesting posture. So Matthews hangs in the center. Now she gets the puck as she breaks in and tees up a shot for White, whose shot is stopped by Harper Keenan. So what the Flames did there is something interesting. It's a very, very offensive-minded posture where you sacrifice a player in the defensive zone, but that forced Olivia Rothstein to stay out of the offensive zone to make sure that she didn't give up a breakaway if the puck got through. Well, there's two ways that could happen. The defenseman could just play in, and you're essentially playing 5-on-4, and that pass just might never come. And the best thing to do in that case is make the other team pay for only defending with 4. But you really need a savvy defenseman who's very understanding of risk and reward within the moment and the bounce of the play and the movement of the puck. Rothstein right there. She has those things, and that's the reason why she didn't let Matthews have free reign in the wrong side of the blue line during that time. But we'll see if they try it again. The Bandits will take advantage. I would bet dollars to go nuts. That one fired off the side of the net by Jacobson. It's moved around toward the point. They keep it in, courtesy of Moran, or Morin. I didn't get a pronunciation. Sorry, Anna. Rather, Catherine. Double sorry. Here's Gabby Rothstein, gains the line of center, dumps it in, peels away and changes. Rizzo jumps out. Folia jumps out. Bellin jumps out. Venuto and Shoemaker Gromick on D. Folia forced Winrow to move into a spot where she didn't really want to go, and it disrupted the Flames long enough. Brodny comes in, 1-on-5. She takes a shot. It was deflected by Shoemaker Gromick, and Keenan grabs it with the catching glove. 7:56 left, period number 1. No score. New Jersey Bandits trying to grab win number 1 of season number 1 for the organization in terms of the girls at the U19 level. Game number 1 was this morning in that effort for this group that has been put together for this 2023-24 season. Bandits move it around their own zone. Venuto over to Shoemaker Gromick. Frida picks it off. He's going to skate it into the zone, kept outside, and just sends it right back in the middle. Venuto moves it up for McNulty. Maeve McNulty powers it through, still gets it far enough for Izzy Camerata to come in. Camerata back to McNulty, just handcuffed her a little bit and couldn't quite keep the possession, although they gained the zone. McNulty was trying to send Camerata in, but the Flames stood their ground. Folia near side, you get a good look at 93 Camerata as she fires the puck down below the end line. Gonsalves touches it up, 7 minutes left first period, no score. As Kepler moves back into her own zone. Morgan Kepler off the boards on the far side. Matthews picked that up, left it for Malloy, who skates it in. The white-helmeted Malloy tries to tee one up, but Olivia Rothstein blocks that away and picks it up and moves it up and out. Or almost out. She moved it to the spot where Maeve McNulty was, and they didn't quite get it out of the zone. A gaggle of girls hockey players are battling for the puck right by the end of the Bandits bench. Centering feed does not go in the spot where they would have liked. It comes back to the point. Camerata pushing Lee around, trying to get that puck out. It wasn't the play that made it happen, but it was the play that led to the play that got the puck out of the zone. Kepler back, retreats behind her own net. Morgan Kepler takes her time, banks it off the boards, but too sharp an angle for McNulty to hail. This is picked up by Rebecca White, centered it over there for Sweeney, but couldn't quite connect. This action's going to come right at you as Sweeney picks it up, tees it up. Keenan kicks it away easily as she saw it. And Kepler forced the shot to go low. She took away the high shot. Wrist shot, and it stopped and held by Harper Keenan with 5:36 left. As Katie Lee got that one through traffic. And her Minutemen Flames from Massachusetts will change. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. It's like Rizzo on one of the wings. And maybe, who is the other? Sperling. Or rather, that's Scott. So Rothstein with Scott and Sperling. Up front. Venuto and Redmond now on the back line. No score. This play's been better early on for the Bandits in this contest than it was against the Junior Flyers, although probably their best period was the first. And in terms of possession, the third period, not their best. This one, they've come out and just shared a lot more of the possession here and had some pretty good chances. Like that one, as Mandy Scott poked it forward. Gabby Rothstein was skating in the area, but she was skating maybe more toward the puck. Had she just happened to be skating toward the net, it would have been wide open right there. There's going to be an open look somewhere in the slot. The back door's been open a couple of times. They just have to figure it out as this group comes together. Folia on the dot, wins it, goes toward the points there. Redmond kept it in with the skate for a moment, but looked like maybe the puck exceeded the blue line and went out. Folia on the dot, Rizzo on the left wing, Bellin on the right. 4:31 left, period one, no score. Referee moves the right wing for the Bandits and the left wing for the Lady Flames back. Brought in, Venuto knocks it down, picked up by Rizzo, moved ahead to Olivia Rothstein. She's gonna rush it in off the dump. Centering feed didn't quite get there. Moved up through the neutral zone, no icing. It must have gotten a piece of somebody's stick. And the Lady Flames try to gain possession. That one goes to the point. Rizzo rushing over there, couldn't get there quite fast enough, but forced Malloy to send it low instead of shooting it or passing it to Lee, who was looking to tee it up at the left point. Powered up the left point. Shoemaker Gromick playing in the sand. Sitting on her knees, trying to move it forward with the hands. She can do it, and eventually somehow gets it out of there. Bandits changing. Flames had to stay onside. They nearly were offside. They might have been. Wrist shot, score! Shea Frida broke in down the left wing off of sort of an odd sequence right there where the puck came out. It came across. The Flames looked like they might have been offside there, and Frida skated it in tentatively, it looked like, thinking maybe that they were offside, but no call, and there's the goal. So 3:17 left in the first, and the Bandits find themselves trailing 1-0. Let's see if they could get it back. Rothstein walks out from the half boards with it for a moment, but the Lady Flames get it. Now trying to get behind the D, here they are. This is Matthews, centering feed in front, whiffed on the shot, collision with Keenan. In front was Sweeney. No goaltender interference on that one. You can't just run into the goaltender with alacrity like that, even if the puck is there. You got to give quarter. Certainly if the puck had gone in the net, it would have been dubious to see if they allowed the goal or not. But they maintained possession, and Matthews, 67, she's the one who was trying to get behind the D before when her team had the puck in her own zone. She moves out for a change, and that lets the Bandits get the puck out of the zone. Rodney retreats back into her own zone, hounded by Camerata. Here comes Jacobson, 11, jumps as Shoemaker Gromick was taking away the inside and forcing the player to the outside. It's textbook hockey. Turcotte picks it up, one of the two 11s on the Lady Flames, along with Jacobson. So we'll try not to get them confused, except for the fact that, you know, they're both out there at the same time. Whose sick joke is that? Here comes Camerata. She's one-on-one, chips it forward to herself, tees it up, wrist shot, and Catherine Morin got a piece of it, and that sent it over the glass and out of play. 1:37 left, period one. 1-0 Minutemen Lady Flames over the New Jersey Bandits. Flames in black, Bandits in the pink. That was a quick change because the Bandits had started out with their black jerseys as Redmond goes down low for Sperling. Wrist shot, big save with the right shoulder by Gonsalves. Here comes Sperling out of the corner, sends it for Gonsalves. She knocks it down with the stick and then covers it up before a rebound could be poked upon. So the Bandits got dressed in their black jerseys, and when manager Cindy Sperling, is there a better one in the business? I don't know. Noticed that the Flames also had black on, and well, the Flames only have black apparently, so you don't get to wear black against them. I don't know what would happen if there were two teams that only had black jerseys or dark jerseys. I guess that would just be a referee's and a play-by-play person's nightmare. That one off the pipe, not the pipe connected to the netting that represents the goal, the pipes in the ceiling. They are old and they are rusty, and that knocked some water drip off there, so I wonder if there's going to be a rust stain on the ice. I think that was Olivia Rothstein that did that. So, like Alexei Kasatonov, the old Soviet defenseman and Devils defenseman and NHL defenseman, that was his favorite move, was deep in his zone. He would just send a million-mile-in-the-air pop-up to get it out of the zone. And that one went a little bit too high. Look, here's Matthews trying to get behind the D. Rothstein gets there to knock her away. No shot recorded on the whole sequence, but now a possession for the Flames as the Bandits are back in their own end here and on their heels a little bit. Wrist shot, attempted redirect by White, couldn't get it. Lee trying to fire up those accurate point shots from the left. That one jumps over the point on the far side. Gonsalves is going to have to come out and play it and cover it. That's a great job by Izzy Camerata right there. That is something. There's 5.7 seconds left in the period, and because of her hustle, she never took her foot off the gas. She forced Gonsalves to cover that puck, and there's an offensive zone draw. With 5.7 seconds, you get a break. You could put a puck in the back of the net right there. It's not going to happen this time, but maybe some other time. That's a play that could lead to a big goal. After 1-0 Minutemen Lady Flames over the New Jersey Bandits, and with this horrible angle that we have for you, we would like to mention that we appreciate all of your support. A lot of you are new to the channel this year, and some of you we've picked up along the way. If you've been with us on the journey from the New Jersey Rockets in the past and your many opponents, the sorority of girls hockey players and women's hockey players is a small and exclusive one and a special one. And we are glad to be able to do our little part in this little window of the online world to help bring it to you and help showcase the efforts of these wonderful young ladies, many of whom are looking to play at another level if things break right for them. And there's a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of dollars and dimes put into those as well. And if this helps you get there and there are coaches watching, then that's great too. So we're glad to bring you a little visibility, and sometimes where the pictures can't do it justice, hopefully the voice can fill in the blanks. And we try to do that now over the years a little bit better, not just for the team that we're partial to, in this case the Bandits, but also our opponents as well, and treating them with the respect that they have earned and so well deserved. So if you are watching from the Minutemen side, we do appreciate it. If you're watching live, we love it. If you're watching on demand, we appreciate that as well. You could be watching yourself on demand, and if you are, you probably just skipped right through this part. So tell somebody to tell you to listen to that part. Whether you are watching from Ukraine, University of Minnesota Duluth, Utah, the Yukon, or yo, New Jersey. We appreciate you joining us on Rizzo Vision. The Bandits are looking to even this thing up. They'll start it out on D with Logan Shoemaker-Gromick and Fernanda Venuto. At center, Gabby Rothstein on the right side. It is Izzy Camerata on the left, Maeve McNulty. An odd stack here by the Flames. They have 4 up the middle, trying to spring somebody in. Off the face-off, Frida wins it, brings it down low, centers, it's loose in front. Keenan trying to cover, still loose, no whistle, pushing and shoving. No goal sign awarded, but that was a set play right off the face-off. They stacked 4, and boy, if you're going to do that, you better well win that face-off, because otherwise you're going to give a 3-on-1 up the other way right off the bat, and they did, and they almost got a goal out of it. The 4th player lined up, the regular right defenseman lined up as a superior placed right wing, superior meaning furthest to the right, and it nearly was a superior play as she was open on the back door. This one's sent out by the Lady Flames, but on their own volition, so no icing even in play there, as Brodney pulls it back into her own zone, hounded by Camerata. McNulty and Camerata trying to combine to make a steal. They got a piece and at least interrupted the breakout for a moment. Now Sweeney finally gets it going with Matthews. Turn in the corner on Venuto. Centers for Matthews, didn't quite get it to sit down. Grace Matthews has been awful close, and she's been one to watch so far in this system where the Lady Flames like to get behind. Here comes Folia, breaks in, shoots! One save by Gonsalves, and McNulty couldn't find the rebound. Gonsalves just got enough of a piece. Matthews gets through the middle on a 2-on-1, swatted away by Shoemaker-Gromick. They would have walked in alone right there if Logan Shoemaker-Gromick didn't get a base hit with the swing of the stick. She needed to connect, and she did. Clearing attempt knocked down by Gabby Rothstein. Near side Mandy Scott comes into the zone, and Harper Keenan's going to cover that one up. It was not going on net, but she saw that it was about an even strength battle over there and decided to let her team reset. They'll do it in their own zone with a face-off. Gabby Rothstein wins it, but the Flames right wing jumps in to steal it. Looked like Davies. Hard to see from this angle. Moran trying to tee it up, looking for space. Sperling doesn't want to give her any. Bouncing puck goes through, but Keenan kicks it wide. Comes to the point, embattled over there, but getting it through was Guniello. Comes out into neutral ice. Rothstein was hooked there for a moment. Patiently moving it forward was Moran. Lady Flames from Minutemen, Massachusetts. They're trying to lock down more and more possession here. They have a 1-0 lead. Wrist shot, glove down by Keenan, and she holds on. 1-2-3-4. That's the time left in period 2. 12:34 for those who prefer to hear it that way. And let's see if the Bandits can get it moving. Folia out there with Bellin and Rizzo up front. Wins the face-off to Kepler. Centering feed picked off by the Flames. Loose in front, but tied up by Rothstein was the shooter. Olivia Rothstein gets knocked down over there. Moved around the boards on the near side corner. Lady Flames looking for possession. Centering feed goes through Jacobson. Bellin picks it up, trying to break Rizzo. Rizzo's getting blatantly hooked, and they just don't call it. Oh my goodness, Rizzo was off to the races, and Bellin had to hold the bullet before shooting it. The bullet, which was the pass. I mean, Rizzo was going to be wide open on a breakaway, blatantly hooked, and just no call. Near side ref just missed it, or chose not to call it. So tough break for the Bandits. No penalties called in the game as of yet. Here's Bella Bellin, gains the line, dumps it in, and allows her line to change. Can they keep the change up in the offensive zone? Rizzo on the forecheck, got a piece of it. Let's see if she got it long enough. She did. Redmond sends it at the net. It's kicked away by Gonsalves, who saw it all the way. Near side wall, battled, and keeping it in are the Bandits. Camarada looked like she got tied up over there, so the sticks are starting to come up a little bit as Redmond gets hit by sniper fire and falls back with nobody around her. But the Bandits break in and they're just offside. They knew that it was coming, but sometimes you just can't hit the brakes fast enough. So the Minutemen Lady Flames have a 1-0 lead with 11:04 left in the second period. And they got the biggest break of the game moments ago where, I mean, there's no guarantee of a goal, but when a breakaway is evident, I mean, we couldn't have had a better shot of it. It was right in front of us. And that's a big break, but a good team will take a minimal amount of breaks and take advantage, and that's so far what the Lady Flames have done. They bring it in, Sweeney looking for Matthews. It hits off the back of the goal. Matthews spins and tries to get in front as Sweeney shoots, but Keenan gloves it and never leaves a rebound. Matthews was looking to get to the back door. She was marked. The Bandits have noticed her from the first moment, and that was early on when her team had the defensive posture, but she was standing on the opposite side of the blue line, and Olivia Rothstein made sure that Matthews knew she was there. Andy Scott, you get a good look at number 27, and Jessie Sperling, 53. Sent at Keenan, got it knocked down with the blocker, and the rebound is put in. So with 10:17 left in the second period, that'll double the lead for the Minutemen Lady Flames. We'll see who is leading the Selly line, if it's anybody. I don't know if it was Matthews who got it. It looked like it might have been Sweeney. Hard to tell from this angle. So 10:17 left in the second. Things not going so well on the scoreboard for the Bandits, but the play has been hard and the opponent has been worthy. So frozen puck in the offensive zone for the Lady Flames, and they'll get a chance to set it up again with a 2-0 lead. Bandits trying to get on the board, and this could be their chance. Jessie Sperling with the breakaway. Here comes Sperling. In, shoots, and she scores! Jessie Sperling blocked a point shot with her left shin pad. She raced in alone, and she beat Mia Gonsalves for the Bandits' first goal of the season. And with 9:58 left in period number 2, the Bandits cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1. 1 on the board for 53 in pink. So let's see if this picks up the play. It was one play right there, unassisted. Sperling saw the point shot coming. Got a nice posture, blocked it with the left shin pad. Puck took a perfect hop for her. She got in stride, came in. She got Gonsalves opened up, and I'll tell you, Gonsalves, she hasn't had a lot of shots against her, but the ones she's had, there's been a lot of quality shots, and she's really handled them with ease. Like there, seeing the puck, knocking it down, steering away rebounds, controlling rebounds when she's not grabbing the puck. So that adds to the quality of the goal, you know, when you know you're getting the best of a good goaltender who also is playing well. Rothstein on the dot. Rizzo down low, nearly got the backhand on it. Picks it up, centering feed, fired through the middle, was looking for Bellin right there. Comes toward the point. Kepler steps in. Bellin grabs it for a moment. Flames trying to push in, but they're offside. 9:12 left, period 2. The Bandits have done what the great NFL Hall of Fame coach Bill Parcells says is the most important thing to do in a game. Get the 0 off the board, and they've done it. Jessie Sperling is the first. Who's going to be the second? They get the next one, they tie it. 9 minutes left in period 2. 15-minute periods at the Dawg Daze of Summer tournament showcase, whatever you call it. Here comes Maeve McNulty. She's got Julia Folia cutting down the middle. McNulty still with it, still battling. Loses it for a moment. She's in a puck battle there with Giulianello. Comes out toward neutral ice. Camarada sent it back into her own zone. Didn't realize maybe that one of the Lady Flames was there. Sweeney was guarding for that play. The Lady Flames play a very aggressive offensive style here. They put players where you don't typically see them. Like, you don't usually see a forward staying all the way there when her team doesn't have the puck. And when their team is defending their own zone, they'll just take a player and put her on the other side of the red line. And it forces you to defend. It also makes more room in the zone to grab pucks. For both teams, though, as Izzy Camarada just picks a pocket right there. And Malloy better check and see where her wallet is after the game. Sweeney moves it in, looking for space. She finds a lot of Bandits. Camarada's really moving now, 93. She ran Malloy off the puck right there. Sent in. Camarada putting pressure now on Brodney. And she forced the turnover. Moved up, and they do get it out. But Shoemaker-Gromick is there. Couldn't quite handle it. Presses Matthews to the side off the puck. Matthews took a funky bump into the stanchion there, that where the edge of the bench is and the glass starts. Matthews sort of awkwardly caught that with the top part of her body. And they're going to switch goaltenders now, so I was completely wrong. Instead of splitting game by game, the Lady Flames are going to split it half by half with their goaltenders. So Ellie Beagle, it could be Beigel, B-E-I-G-E-L, is now in the nets. So Mia Gonsalves leaves with a 2-1 lead, and as the hockey rules go, the goalie of record is going to be she, unless the Bandits score another goal. If the Bandits get another goal, then Beagle becomes the goalie of record for the game. Here comes Gabby Rothstein, tees it up, blocked down for a moment. Mandy Scott nearly recovered it. Scott was maybe the best of the bunch in the morning game. Here comes the Lady Flame rush. More like plowing through and not as much of a rush. And now they get through. Frida, who has their first goal, couldn't get that one to sit down. So the Bandits retreat behind the end line. Shoemaker-Gromick blocks that one away. One-timer there by Davies. Might have gotten through, but if it did, Keenan steered it away. Scott to Sperling. She's gotten the Bandits on the board. Tries to fire that one at the net, but it didn't get through Giulianello. Folia comes in to force the play to go to the other side. Sperling bats it back again, and let's see if it's kept in here. Kepler had it for a moment, maintains the possession, and just has to swing it back to Venuto over at safety there. Bellin looking for Folia. Sperling on the far side, and she's going to jump off for Rizzo. Kepler has it. Kepler looking for Rizzo up the middle, just overshot her. It's going to be an icing. So that will be a face-off to the left of Harper Keenan. with 5:35 left in period 2, and the Minutemen Lady Flames holding a 2-1 lead. They got one in the first, they got one in the second, and then Jessie Sperling countered the one in the second. Off the face mask of Keenan, and she just shrugs that one right off. All those neck exercises that the goalies do, that was paying off right there. Dumped in, McNulty and Camerata. Let's see if they can recover that loose puck. They can't, and the Flames will break out. Turcotte, one of the 11s. There's Malloy. She'll send it over to Jacobson, the other 11. And the Flames dump it in, but give it up. Kepler sends it around for Olivia Rothstein. Malloy steps into the zone, keeps it in, and pounds it right back down. Kepler will start it all over again. Lady Flames jumped into the breakout spot. Matthews is now going to have to hustle back, and safety as Olivia Rothstein moves the puck out. Oh, Camerata and Olivia Rothstein, friendly fire right there. They just collided right into one another, and Rothstein got the worst of it. But she gets right up and goes right back into the play. She's a defenseman, she's a warrior. Wrist shot through a lot of traffic, but Harper Keenan has laser vision and used it to her advantage right there to grab it and stop play. With 3:58 left in the second period, thanks for spending your Friday afternoon, for the ones watching live, or your Friday evening, or maybe even your Friday morning somewhere, watching the Bandits on Rizzo Vision. We appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, it's a good time to do so. And we like to hear your stories, so put them in the comments. Breaking out is Mandy Scott off the defensive zone draw. Doesn't have much room. Tried to steer it toward the net. Sperling trying to force the play around. Flames are going to try to break out now with a long cross-ice pass. They get it close, and now they do get it out. And Redmond stepped into that one and forced the offside as Sweeney couldn't get back over the line. Down to 3:24 left, period 2. Still plenty of time to go, and not a concerning deficit of 1 goal. But when you fell 3-0 in the early game, you're a little starved to put some pucks in the back of the net. Well, that's not going to be easy anywhere in this tournament. Fernanda Venuto picks this one up, skates in, gets down low, takes a hit. Looked like she might have gotten a cross-check up there. There was a stick. She went low, but then there was a stick kind of right in the cage. Didn't really impede her progress much as she stays there. You see 15, Venuto with the long reach, the lefty, gathers that one in. Played center in the early game, playing D in this one. Breakout, knocked away by Scott, centered for Gabby Rothstein. Just needed a little puck luck there, put it in kind of the right place. She had to thread a needle. Scott picks that one off. Sperling gets it, tees it up, wrist shot, blockered away by Beagle. Centering feed, Rothstein trying to tee it up, can't do it. Picks it back up, centers it for Sperling, wrist shot, it gets through the wickets and trickles out! Oh, how did it not go in? Jessie Sperling, 1.5 inches away from tying this game, and Venuto's shot is grabbed and held by Beagle. Oh boy, Beagle was dogged for a second, but she got just enough of it. It went in that area between the armpit and the bottom of the catching glove. It trickled down but didn't go in. And the Bandits have had a couple of those today. One in the early game that probably was a goal, but was not called a goal. And one against them where they swept the puck off the line at merely the right moment. So that's happening 3 times here in not even 2 full games, and we can imagine it'll happen a bunch of times again this season. At some point, somebody's going to pound one of those in, and you just hope that at that time it's going your way. Shoemaker-Groman kept it in at the left point magnificently. Bellin shoots, Rizzo's in front. Rizzo picks up the loose one, centers it for Bell! Folia had it for a moment. Bellin's shot goes over the net. Rizzo and Folia had the feed set up there, and Bellin almost cashed it in. Bellin in front, shoots. Rizzo was on the back door. Rizzo picks it up, tries to center it. She's 1-on-2. And the second one of the 11s, Turcotte was able to get it away for 22. Winrow to move it out. They bring it all the way up. They get a shot off that, but Keenan steered it away quickly. Bellin up the left wing. Folia helps get it up, but can they get it out? They cannot. It goes off of the referee, and Morgan Kepler picks it up. Kepler is going to move it up for Luisa Rizzo, and who lets Julia Folia take it. She was in stride. Folia dumps it. Rizzo's going to change, so is Bellin. Here comes Camarada and McNulty. McNulty, oh, she couldn't quite keep it in there. Matthews trying to get behind the D again, 67. That one sent in offside for the Bandits, and they'll face it off outside the zone. Lee and McNulty battling for position right there until after the whistle. And nobody did anything unseemly, just letting each other know they exist. That is what we call hockey. 46.2 seconds left, period number 2. Bandits trying to claw back from a 2-0 deficit. They've gotten it to 2-1. Puck smacked out of the zone. McNulty trying to chase it down. She got her fire lit by Lee there, who gave her a little extra after the whistle. Nothing too much, just enough. You could just see McNulty's oven heating up a little bit here. Let's see if it turns into something. Waning seconds of the period. Bandits just got to play defensively. That's what Redmond does. She ties up the puck nicely and is able to keep Matthews off of it. So they end 2 with the Bandits trailing 2-1, and it was goal number 1 of the season for Jessie Sperling, and a highlight reel one at that. And boy, I'll tell you, it's nice when you have her on your team. It's happened a couple of times in the past one spring, and it'll happen again this season. And it's nice seeing 53 for you rather than against you. Got to watch her many times as an opponent over these years. 15 minutes left for the Bandits in their second game of the Dawg Daze of summer. Tournament Showcase NGHL. We're in Northford, Connecticut at the Northford Ice Pavilion for this one, the second time today. The early game was at 7:30 Eastern time. A lot of sleepy heads, including this one. It's a little bit more palatable, and it gives us plenty of time to go try to find what some would argue best pizza on the planet, or at least in the United States. It occurs in this little corridor between New Haven and Hartford. Saving up all the carbs for that one. Oh yeah. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time the Bandits go live or we update new content, you will get an alert. That already happened twice today. So if you are a subscriber who gets the alerts, you will have gotten an alert that we went, this is 3 times you would have gotten an alert. 2 times for going live, and once for the upload of the cleaner copy of the game. So when we live stream, we are subject to the woes of Wi-Fi or cellular service, and it's not always clean, but typically we are able to put up a clean copy later, and we were able to do that today, and hopefully for this game as well. We are underway, period 3. Folia up front with Scott and Sperling. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Venuto on the back line. Centering feed, and boy, Sweeney was right there. Keenan makes the save. Sweeney got a backhander in. Was trying to get it elevated, but couldn't quite do that. And the Lady Flames, with their system, aggressively at the start of periods have put pressure on right away. I would not be shocked if you saw their stats, and they scored a lot of goals early in periods, and there's another one. Sweeney gets that one from close range, and that pushes the score to 3-1 for the Minutemen Lady Flames. Not much of a celebration there by Christina Sweeney. And Keenan makes an equipment adjustment in the nets. So 20 seconds into the period, they push the lead back to 2. Let's see if the Bandits can start solving the puzzle. They've got 1. They've got the 0 off the board. Maybe there are floodgates to be open. Right now, the sluice gate is still being managed by the sluice gate manager or whatever. Well, enough damn jokes for now. Gabby Rothstein picks it up behind her own end line, spins around, shields off her player, and Shoemaker Gromick picks it up for a moment, loses it there. Sweeney gets to close range. That time it didn't work as Keenan closed the door of the spot where Sweeney scored moments before. Rothstein gets it out of the zone. Sweeney bumps her over there. Matthews grabs it, sends it in, and heads off for a change. Scott tips it forward for Gabby Rothstein. Has to negotiate some ice to the far side by the Flames bench and couldn't get through it. Lady Flames get down low. Trying to dipsy doodle there was Avery Ireland, and took a slash. And is she the one that is going to the box, or is she the one that got slashed? It looks like she did commit the slash, so Avery Ireland nearly had a goal, and instead she has the first penalty of the game. Well, Bandits, if you'd like to get back in it, this is a really good time to start. The power plays, because of the truncated periods of 15 minutes, last for 90 seconds. So they have 90 seconds with which to work the man advantage. Olivia Rothstein and Morgan Kepler will be at the points. Gabby Rothstein on the dot, Jessie Sperling in the slot, and Maeve McNulty on the right wing to start it out. Spinning around as if she's in a phone booth was Lee, chipped out forward, and coming in on net with the backhand, and it's a save by Keenan. She got the glove on it. Giovanna Gulinello nearly had that one in. In fact, I thought it was going in, but Harper Keenan said, no, Joe Rizzo, it's not going in. It's going under my glove. So now ticking down to a minute on the power play as Sperling breaks it in. She's got 1 goal. Let's see if she can make it 2. Wrist shot, save, Beagle, and no rebound. Beagle came in with 7:24 left in the second period. Mia Gonsalves played essentially the first half. I mean, it's almost exact that they got it. 6 seconds more than a half did she play of the game when we're talking about half. So a near perfectly even split for the 2 goalies on the Minutemen Lady Flames, if that's the way it pans out. Here comes the spindly Matthews. Grace Matthews comes in, shorthanded, turns the corner, wrist shot. It's off of the post. Did Keenan get it? Or is it a goal, or is it a penalty? There's no goal signal. So it's not a goal, but it looks like it is going to be a holding penalty on Gabby Rothstein. So that will negate the final 38 seconds of power play time. They'll play 4-on-4 for 52 seconds with 12:37 left in the contest. is it possibly another opportunity here 4-on-4? Anything to change up the normalcy of the game probably is a good thing for the Bandits at this point as they try to get back in it. Fernanda Venuto, nice spin around and gets away from Matthews, who was sticking to her like glue. Gets it up and now needed a little bit of help to get it out from Olivia Rothstein, or rather Julia Folia. 4-on-4, Folia up front with Scott, Venuto, and Shoemaker Gromick on the back. Gets it picked off by Matthews. Wrist shot. Keenan saves it and holds on. .12:01 remaining in the game. 2 seconds left in the penalty to Avery Ireland. So moments after this face-off happens, she will join the picture from the right side after she comes out of the box while she jumps onto the bench and exchanges with Jacobson. So now it's a power play for 43 more seconds for the Minutemen Lady Flames in black against the Bandits. Minutemen Lady Flames with a 3-1 lead over the New Jersey Bandits at this point. Can the Bandits figure out a way to kill off the rest of the penalty and maybe get back in this one? Still plenty of time to do that. Here's Sweeney. She has the last one. Centering attempt picked off and sent down. If it goes on net, there's not going to be an icing, but it doesn't, and just barely is the way that happens. So 11:19 left now in the game. 12 seconds in the penalty to Gabby Rothstein. You know, Gabby's such a good kid. I'm remiss to believe that she really did anything wrong, that she would get a penalty. Centering attempt knocked away, wrist shot. Keenan was down low. She had the glove up, but it exceeded the height of the crossbar, so she didn't have to make a save. Shoemaker Gromick selling out with the body over there, uses the body to eventually help win the puck because Sperling came in. Sent toward the point and kept in by Davies. Now it comes to the near side, and Brodney keeps it in. Brodney, number 5 there. She's the best one that you can get a look at this point. There's Jacobson. Puck has to come out of the zone. Hopefully for the final 3 games we'll have better vantage points than this. This is just suboptimal to say the least, but really not a better place here to go to try to bring you the action. 3-1 Bandits trail. 10:39 remaining in the game, and now playing at full and even strength as Mandy Scott patriots the wing. Scott will pick that one off. Scott is a 2-on-1. If she gets it, oh boy, it was knocked away just in time by Anna Malloy. Malloy prevented a 2-on-1 because Scott was looking to break in with McNulty. They had it into the offensive zone. They didn't really have a possession, so kind of it wasn't ever a 2-on-1 that had developed, but it was just about there. Folia tries to bring that in, gets over the line, but somebody's skate was still in the offside position. 10:13 left. Period 3. 10:13 is a big number in the Rizzo household. Battled for along the far wall and moved up, and they get it out of the zone. Ulanello over there put herself offside, just wanted to stick a fork in it. .54 now as the clock ticks down. Oh, it's so nice to have a working clock. We didn't have that in the morning game. And boy, it makes hockey a difficult game to follow when you don't have a clock. It was almost like being in a World Cup final where only one person knew exactly when the period or the game would end. the dark arts, as we often like to call them. Time ticking away for the Bandits, but not in panic mode yet. The sort of rules of thumb for deficits and when to start thinking about doing things like pulling your goalie. For a 2-goal deficit, it's usually around 2:30 left in the game. That's when you're really considering it, and if you have an opportunity, you might do it at that point. So a more aggressive coach might do it at 3 minutes or 3:30. A less aggressive coach would wait even longer. Rizzo picks that one up off of the one-woman forecheck by Folia, who was 1-on-5. Bellin with the trip right there. They just swallow the whistle, so now they're even, I suppose. And now a collision there between Rizzo and Rothstein. Sounds like a law firm. So the first sort of non-call was in the first period right in front of us. Rizzo would have been sprung on a breakaway and was just blatantly hooked. They didn't call it right there. Bellin got herself involved on the wrong end of a tripping penalty, but it's not a penalty because they didn't call it. So Bella got away with it. It's great when it works for you. It's not so fun when it works against you. 7:47 left. Bandits down 3-1. Third period in Northford, Connecticut. Need a moment of brilliance here to try to get that deficit a little bit more within reach. Centering feed. Couldn't pull the trigger. Good Ireland. Now she tripped on her own. And a good no call there, but we've seen sometimes that happen where a player trips and you just get called. Sperling trying to spring herself. Puck just goes to her. She's looking for whoever's moving faster. It was Folia, but couldn't quite make the connection there. Lady Flames bring it in, dump it at Keenan. She gloves it down, but leaves it. The shoemaker Gromick, who tries to spring Scott. It's a little far for Scott. Tries to send it. Gets it at the net. Sperling was there for the back door, but Mandy Scott did all she could just to even get it to the net. A good play by Mandy to force the offensive zone draw. 6:33 left. Not too many of these opportunities gonna come. Scott will jump in to take the draw with Sperling in the slot and Folia on the right wing for the moment. Sperling has the goal. She's trying to help her team maintain possession. 3-on-2 over there by the Bandits, but the Lady Flames pick it up, get it out. Matthews trying to get behind the defense. Redmond knocks the puck away. Matthews takes a spill, but Redmond had her stick on the puck the whole time. So that's not going to be a trip. Trying to break in was White. She got in for a moment. Now turning the corner on the outside is Malloy. Gets it toward the net. Keenan tried to steer it into a good spot, but sort of put it into no man's land, and eventually they get it out of the zone. Puck dumped in. Matthews hustles back to pick it up as we tick down to 5:35 left in the third period. Camarada grabs it, fires it in, onside and no icing, and now trying to re-chase it down. Sperling got a piece of the attempted clear. That one now sent out through for Guglielmo, sorry. The Italian names, there's really no excuse for me to mispronounce them. Sorry, Giovanna. Spinning move and turning was Ireland, which you would figure to be an Irish name, being named after the Emerald Isle and all that. And she breaks in with Guglielmo and another, but just skated it too far down low. Keenan saved that one with a mask. He's got 2 mask saves in this one, down to 4:44 left. Bandits are still in it, but by a thread. They're not gonna cut that deficit by having the puck in this end of the ice, that's for sure. So the Lady Flames will take it and just keep playing with it for as long as they can behind the end line over there. Just do things like that, keeping it in. Now here comes a rush. Olivia Rothstein, but she's 1-on-3. Coming late are McNulty and Camarada. Rothstein gets chucked into the boards over there, but it wasn't a hit, and she comes back and gets a little retaliation. Playing a little fast and loose, but no calls as that one fired wide. Netminder's still in as we go to 4 minutes remaining. Oven Shoemaker-Gromik sends it up for McNulty. Run from behind on the hit. And that one is one that, boy, that's a tough one to not call right there. Take a hit from behind when you have the puck. And it wasn't a push, it was a contact hit. It wasn't a hard check, but you have a prone player in a bad position. And honestly, that one's usually called everywhere. They call that one in Canada. Jacobson, wrist shot, saved by Keenan, and she holds on. No rebound. 3:31 left. Now, you're starting to think, if you're Coach Grace Potash, are we going to pull Harper Keenan if we get an offensive zone draw like this? Brought out, stolen by Mandy Scott, sends it up the far wing for Sperling. Had to curl back a little bit so she couldn't rush in with it. Up the near side wall, they'll break out. Jacobson will gain the line of center and dump it in with 3:10 left. Shoemaker-Gromik spun around on there, lost her edges, fell on her behind. She gets up. Rothstein sends it forward for Sperling. They called it offside? What did they call it? Not sure why there was... Didn't look offside. If anything, I thought it would have been an icing. I'm not sure why they called the offside there. It looked like she was onside, but maybe that there was no connection. Sperling was behind the D, and you could hear voices raised maybe because they were hoping for the home run pass. Sperling was open for it. And we're going to need to do something like that here, maybe, as the Flames still pound that puck in the offensive zone, and that's one way to preserve a lead. Rodney gets close, fires it over the net. Matthews picks it up, skates it all the way to the point, spins around, sends it down low for White, loses it there. White and Matthews playing with it. Scott gets it at center. Scott gains the line of center, has nowhere to go, dumps it, and then takes a hit from behind and gets back up to try to pursue the puck once again. Down to 2:09 left. Harper Keenan still in net. Maybe going to stay there for a while unless there's some kind of offensive zone draw. It doesn't look like they're making any signal for her to come out. Another way to play it is to play it straight up. Some coaches will never pull that goaltender unless it's a 1-goal deficit. They'll just never pull him at 2 unless it's a season-ending situation. Here's Matthews coming in. Grace Matthews centers it for no one in particular, but there have been lots of Flames in the area for most of the game as we tick down to 90 seconds left. Bandits are going to have to make some magic and do it real quick if they want to change the outcome here, as, trust me, that shot was saved by Harper Keenan. The referee didn't want you to see that. Boy, that sounds like clickbait. Here's something that the referee did not want you to see. No, it was just a shot. We're not going crazy here on Rizzo Vision. Venuto was trying to jump and break out with that face-off. Good chance to take in this spot. Gulanello was trying to break out. There's a shot that Keenan saves. Redmond makes sure that nobody gets near her goaltender. Rothstein and White tie each other up in the face-off dot as we tick down to the final minute. It's still not over, but no sign of the glass slipper for Cinderella right now for the Bandits. White gets down low, tries to lift one at close range, but Keenan blunts it before she could fire it. Venuto trying to make something happen, sends it forward for Rothstein right in the skates. Rothstein and McNulty 2-on-2, Camerata, the trailer. McNulty, and they are going to leave the goalie in here. Here you could see, even at this point in the game when they should be playing defensively, Matthews stays all the way on the red line with her team up 2 goals in the final minute. At that point, if you're the defenseman, let her go. Just play 5-on-4 in the offensive zone probably. Let them take the chance. Ticking down to the final 5 seconds here. Just want to keep this one out of the net. Venuto makes certain of that. The final buzzer sounds, and the game finishes in a 3-1 score in favor of the Minutemen Lady Flames over the New Jersey Bandits, who go and congratulate their goaltender Harper Keenan on a game well played. We'll be back at it on Saturday afternoon, I believe at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Rizzo Vision. Another couple of Connecticut teams will be on the docket, and then a third one on Sunday. It's all Connecticut teams here on in for the Bandits as they begin their season now with another defeat, 3-1 to the Minutemen Lady Flames from Massachusetts. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we come on the air or provide you new content, then you will get an alert and an update. As Morgan Kepler exits, we'll let you watch the girls come off the ice. And we'd like to have you with us for the whole season, or join us whenever you can. And if it's not live, then you could always catch it on demand. Whatever game content and other content that we have for you, we want you to take it, share it, enjoy it, no matter which side you are from, whether it's the Bandit side or our opponent's side. We appreciate everybody who participates in the great sport of hockey for our girls. There's Coach Grace Potash and Low Gangster. Not feeling so gangster today, but it's still a long tournament. Okay, that's going to do it from Northford Ice Pavilion for the final time this tournament. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits hockey on Rizzo Vision.